Greetings and welcome back to Game Design. This is Lesson 9, Text. In this lesson, we will learn how to add text into the screen. So, at first, we're just going to learn how it works. It's under the Drawing tab, so it works very similar to the squares and the rectangles and the circles and the ellipses. But eventually, we'll learn, and I'll show you a little bit about this as we go through. We'll learn how to make it so this is where your score can go, the directions to your games, important pieces to this. That's what we're going to do. So first things first, we'll jump into the prediction. And in the prediction, you're looking at this code and you're going to figure out what is displayed there, right? What are you doing there, right? So let's look at the code. There's some of this we should be able to figure out, right? This is text. This is text. We'll go more into this later, but this is a string. And then there's two numbers. Hopefully you're starting to figure out if there's two numbers, that's normally the X and the Y. So let's run this 10, 200, 10 over 200. We have hello, and then 200, 300, we have everyone, right? And that's the default size. We'll talk about all the different settings. Because again, this works a lot like the circles and squares, so the order that you're changing the colors, that all matters. So with that, we're going to jump on to level 2 and take a look at this. So you can put text anywhere, right? As we move along, the order will be important, right? If you put the background over the text, right, you can understand that it can make a mess. So in this case, it just wants you to change. So run this. That's it. Light real background. We know how to change the background color, and then whatever you type in here is what shows up. So run that. There we go. Can't see it very well, but as you'll see, there's all the different things. Fill color changes the actual text of it, but the order matters. Just like everything else, the order matters. So if you do this, you can't see it, right? So those are getting the tools on there as we go through. The last piece you'll see is text size, and that is in pixels. In the order, same concept as anything else. If I copy these lines again, and let's change this to 300, 3000. Alright, so finish that one. Just double check real quick. This is the, alright, here we go. So when we run this, it's just pretty much what I showed you. Text size, this one gets bigger. Text size goes up, this one goes bigger. And then the last one says large, but it's still the same size as the medium because the text size is there. So we can make that bigger and actually have this work. Now, another thing we're going to show you, right, and this is where it's important. Let's pretend that these all say score. And you don't have to copy this. This will be important later, but we can do var score equals 0, semicolon. And then to concatenate, right, this is a string. We add a plus sign, and then I can type in score. Now I added the space here because if I don't add that space there, I don't have that space. So whatever you want to add, you put into the string, and you can add more over here. Again, making sure that you space everything that you need inside of the quotes. So as we go forward, we will use this concept again. We can update the score and then go down here and add score again. So again, eventually we're going to learn how to add these together, because this is how we can say hey, this is their score. They do something, their score goes up, and then we can show their score. So that's pretty much it with text. You're going to go ahead and go through the practice, the assessment, and thing. A lot of it's this is what order, this is get in the right spot, check your debugging. So with that, that's all there is to this lesson. Finish this, the assessment and the challenge, and we'll see you next lesson.